Hello, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome to Find Out Fridays. So we are going to go ahead and jump right in just one moment here. I'm going to turn off my focus here so we can turn on Do Not Disturb. All right. So you guys jump on and we have got a really easy session, I believe. You'll notice that Laura from the staff is on with us as well. And the reason why she is on is I want her to understand this concept as well with you guys. She may already actually know it, but if she does not, hopefully we will very quickly get you guys all on the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my screen here, and then we will be able to do that at the office at Skokie as well. Mary Petrie and I are here. Just chit-chatting about some things, and let's go ahead and get this cast for those of you in the classroom, and then we will go ahead and get this done for you guys at home. You guys have not been in your Google Chrome browser. They have conveniently changed things a little bit around in here, so I'm going to take one moment to get that cast to our classroom. I am going to pause the recording just for a moment, so please hold on for a second. If you guys are at home, I'm going to pause. We're going to go ahead and get, now that we are casting everywhere, let's go ahead and share. All right, so here is what we are working on today, my friends. You know that 2 days ago and 3 days ago, we started working on these census tracts and all of that good stuff in those certain areas. And we started talking about how we can get the word out, different ideas for that. And then yesterday we jumped and pivoted. I said, that is so much great free stuff. We are doing better as an office. You are individually doing better. Josh Berngard is not here right now at the Skokie office, but I want to compliment him. He is the #1 exit agent in the state of Illinois. And we found out that there are only 2 of us that are over $10 million for the year right now. So it's me and him, and then Kinga is almost there. So we're gonna make sure we beat Kinga because we love her, but we want to stay #1. So we are really excited about what a lot of you individually are doing right now. And so because we know that you are doing a little better, we're going to encourage you to spend a little money. Not a lot, but I have not talked about anything that costs money for months and months. And I just wanted to, I pay for a lot of stuff that you might have to pay for at other companies like the CRM, like Zenless, but I believe that you guys are perfectly capable of, as we said yesterday, not rolling in here with a Starbucks or with a $12 sandwich, and you can save up $50 to do a just sold postcard. Again, the only company I recommend for just sold postcards, if you're going to spend any money, is rspUSA.com. That was the training yesterday. I am not going to go back into that training from yesterday. I didn't particularly love that video from yesterday. So we're going to just condense this first 2 minutes of today's conversation into, I'm going to ask you to spend a little money. And the reason why I only recommend RSP Pro if you have a just sold, whether it's a buyer or seller postcard for just sold, because you can do it for either. RSP Pro, I've researched them all. I have a special incentive and relationship for you with RSP Pro. We get some discounts with them. They feed through MRAD MLS. Speaking of MRAD MLS, as Kelly was saying, they feed through a couple of the MLSs. This is one of them, which means once you set your account up with rspUSA.com, they will recognize you as Exit Strategy. They will give you a couple discounts because of that. And then every time you have a sale, buyer or seller, it will literally trigger them to send you a little email saying, hey, you've got a new listing or a new sale. Do you want to do what? Go ahead and send a postcard. So it's automatically designing these postcards. You can see I have 45 total leads. Out of that, I have closed 2 deals in the past 24 months. And quite frankly, I've not spent a single dollar with RSP Pro, RSP USA this year. Shame on me. I haven't been doing it either. I need to get back to it, and so do you. So that is what I asked you to spend money on yesterday. That will directly help your business. And it is only after closing just sold cards. Now, I'm going to ask you to spend a little bit more money today. Not much. $50, $75 max. And I'm going to show you where right in the EXIT Resource Center, EXIT Realty has some really incredible technology. However, you need to know how to use it. And that's what we're going to do today. So we're focused on this today. We're going to go into exitrrealty.com. Also, part of this works on the EXIT Realty Connect app, although I do find it's a little bit harder to see on your little app, on your little mobile device. So I recommend this on a desktop or a laptop. Obviously, if you have an assistant or a team member, they can be assisting you with this as well. And again, the reason why Laura Medina, our operations manager of 12 years, is on with us today is Laura and our wonderful graphic designer both have access to the full resource center and to the back end of it. So I'm not saying they're going to press the buttons for you, but I'm going to tell you that they can help you understand what some of these individual tools are. There are two tools we're going to focus on, and this is going to be a quick session, probably 10 minutes per piece. Automatically, every time you put something in the MLS, it feeds into the EXIT Resource Center. It then gives you, as you already know, tools under the Expert Marketing Suite and also under the Properties tab. Those tabs are pretty similar. However, there is another tab that, due to yours truly throwing a fit and saying this has got to be closer to the premium level here of our menu in the EXIT Resource Center, they moved it to where I wanted it, which is AdWorks is right now under the Properties tab. What is AdWorks? So there's two products we're going to talk about today. The first is AdWorks, and the second is the EXIT Ad Center. They cost a pretty similar amount of money. Their value is vastly different depending on what you need. AdWorks is a tool that I use to show my clients my value, quite frankly, as a pre-listing tool, and then also during the listing. I will give you a great example. I am headed straight from this training at the Skokie office to a closing. It is a closing on a property that if you are watching this later and you're at another EXIT office out there across the US or Canada, this property may actually seem familiar to you as well, because I've used it as an example in training. It's my listing on Maplewood. I thought this was going to be a slam dunk when I listed this property. Some of you guys know that I did Remind Farming and all that good stuff, and that's how we ended up here. It was a success story on the way in. I did wonderful photos. I did floor plan. I did everything I was supposed to do. And I have to tell you, let me put it this way, it did not fly off the shelf. I was super disappointed. I knew that I was on borrowed time with my client. You know, they'd moved out of state. The house was vacant. Everything that you could possibly imagine could go wrong in terms of, I wanted to help this family out. So what happens when you have a listing that doesn't sell right away? You're going to want to use AdWorks. It is the best product out there. If you guys at our office will use strategic title a little bit more, someday I'll be able to maybe do a starter package of AdWorks for every single listing of yours. We're not there yet. However, that's something down the road I'm looking at for Project X, because I swear by AdWorks. So you can see, obviously, my text code was working. I got 29 leads off it. I did open houses. I did all that guerrilla marketing, that manual labor that I feel is valuable. However, here's what didn't happen. I got traffic. I couldn't get a buyer. And so what happens to you with your seller? Well, I did an open house every other weekend. Some of you guys, I'm looking right down at Mary. Mary's pumping out a new listing of hers in Lakeview, right down the block from me. Yep, she's got her no offers yet. So how do you kick the can down the curb in terms of not getting fired? You know, if you're like me, I do cancel anytime listings. My feet are to the fire the whole time I got that listing. So I'm rolling over here today to pick up my check from this closing and make sure that this deal went great for my seller. How did I keep this listing from July all the way till November. Oh, Emily's like, oh God, that's awful. Yep. Let me tell you. And that's not where I have one that is a record. My longest listing in 25 years just closed earlier this week. If you guys have seen that big, beautiful bar that I have at my house, that was for my clients on Lakeshore. They stuck with me because I used AdWorks. So let's get into AdWorks. So you're going to go under the properties tab, and then you're going to go all the way over to AdWorks. Now, by the way, for my lovely friends that don't have any listings, this is an amazing tool for you to get listings. This is something that should be in your arsenal. Yes, you can feel free to advertise someone else's listings too. However, that is a manual entry. I'm going to show you just today the automated stuff that is so easy for you to do. Just like I've got it set up for you with RSP USA, that automatically things feed in through the MLS and they will remind you, hey, you've got a new listing, you've got a closing. Do you want to do X, Y, Z? AdWorks is absolutely the best partner out there. I'm not going to mention two of our competitors that are known for their marketing, but they use it as well. So what is in this little AdWorks button? Number one, you do have a free listing pitch video and a free listing pitch PDF, which you can download the PDF. You can send the video as what? A drip campaign. By the way, guys, they have updated this. So this now looks a little bit better than it used to. And it is branded to you. So this, you can see 2023 listed presentation flyer. I'll show you where to get the branded version of this in a moment. And if you don't like exactly what goes here, that's why you have a graphic designer that I pay for, as well as Canva. However, it will go on, their ad will go on ABC, Yahoo, ESPN, CNN, Fox, USA Today, Bloomberg. I found it on TMZ, on the gossip columns the blogs that I read. I'm like, this thing is everywhere. Print in most areas is pretty much dead. I think Zena might be on with us today. She has a beautiful new luxury listing coming up. You know, by the time you get this stuff into print, 6-8 weeks later, when it hits the newsstands on these glossy magazines, what happens? You've either dropped the price or it's sold. You know, it's not relevant. And plus, you know, I need this to get out to every eyeball I can. Digital's the way to go. And so these are these digital, beautiful, you know, media companies. They're where you need to be. So that flyer is a huge help to you for your listing presentation. There's a customized version under My Account. And so you're going to want to go into My Account to set it up at the beginning. And again, we're a premier partner with them. They have very simple things that you're going to just want to do. Number one is click on under resources in your account settings. Click on under resources in your account settings, marketing pitch deck. And then that marketing pitch deck, you're going to download your custom PDF. And again, if you've seen me talk about this before back in the day, guess what? You need to update it with the 2023 version. So you can print the information sheet or you can download it here. And again, guess how much this is going to cost? 1 week is 49 bucks. 3 weeks is about 99 bucks. It's going to save these listings, because what it's going to do is it's going to send to them every day a screenshot of one of the places it was on and saying, this is one of the places your place was listed today. And yes, it has lead capture. I don't get a lot of lead capture on it, but my clients are so happy with this because it's the reporting to them and the brand names that these ads are going on. And again, it's directly to their inbox. It is set it and forget it. You can even set it up that these can automatically be done on every single one of your listings. But if it sells in 3 days or a week, you know, you may not need this right away. But that is AdWorks in a nutshell. I want to show you also, you're going to see seller emails. You'll add their email. You can adjust that property details, like you can adjust the banners and things like that. And again, you can adjust, so you get the emails weekly. I get them daily, because guess what? You know what? Sometimes my client calls me, but what do we know? If you're watching my videos on time boxing, Tuesday is your transaction and trust testimonial Tuesday. How do you get great testimonials? Every Tuesday, you go over this report as well as the feedback report from Showing Time. That's a no-brainer. So how you do this, again, you go into AdWorks, you get it set up, but it's already feeding into your MLS. How is it already feeding into your MLS? Because it's an exit product. So this is an exit corporate approved product, and they've already got it linked to your MLS. Okay, so in your account, you can do crazy stuff. I've run TV ads, like little digital TV ad. You can spend a bunch of money. That's not the time right now. That's not the time right now. I want to do what? Ads for my listings, right? So you're going to click on Start New Campaign. And let's see, I have a listing that is not exactly one of my best ones right now. 330 North Clinton. I actually need to do this anyway. And so you can, by the way, do them manually. You can do them manually. So Mary just said what? Hey, you can use my listing. So if you want to do it manually, you can absolutely do it manually. I don't do them manually. I literally go into the automated version of it. And so they're already feeding all the details into the ad center. I'm sorry, into AdWorks. But, you know, I don't necessarily feel like, so here over here, see this completed campaigns? You can add weeks to it. And see these, you can do just sold, you can do open house. The thing is though, I don't want to do open house because by the time this ad gets rolling, you're probably already doing your open house, right? But the struggle has been for a lot of people, that they simply cannot handle doing digital advertising. The boosts on Facebook and Instagram are just beyond most people. You know, you can't boost things through a regular page. You've got to get a business page. It's like by the time you play with this stuff, I just don't believe that you guys are going to get the value out of it. AdWorks does it for you. AdWorks does it for you. So look at this. This was a what? 3-week package that I did for my client. 30,952 hits. And you can see it was all over everywhere. And then he got a daily report of every single website it was on. Every single website it was on. You can change the destination. However, they've built a landing page for you. And that they will then, people can fill out their information, etc. So it does have lead capture. And by the way, because you are part of our office, you also can feed into where? WiseAgent, the CRM I pay for you. You could then set up a drip campaign. So AdWorks, in a nutshell, is for you to promote the property to the world and please your seller. Will it sell the house? Maybe not. Will it get you much more eyeballs on this listing that you can't get through your own social media? Yes. Why? Because it's going to the rest of the internet. Anytime someone is searching for homes, what are they? Cookies, they call them. Yum, yum, a cookie. Guess what's going to happen? If they're searching for homes in that area, in that zip code, anywhere around there, the browser sees that and suddenly magically AdWorks appears in your, with these beautiful, oh, look, you're looking for a property in 60657. You know, you can do it for rentals, for sales, all that kind of stuff. It pops up and then it follows them. Obviously, I don't think I need to give you guys a lecture on how that works because we see it every day on Instagram. You know, I sit there and I talk about, oh my gosh, I want to get an electric car, which you guys know that I just got my very used Tesla. I'm very excited. It's right outside. However, guess what? I searched for 2 months. Do you know what? I got every darn Tesla ad, and then I started getting Fisker Karma ads. All the competing EVs were out, and I'm like, and they seemed to know what price point I was in because then it started popping up the cheap ones. So I'm like, my God, these ads are so well targeted. You know, I looked for underwear 2 days ago. I've got 18 underwear ads all over everywhere. It's crazy. You know, it's like, and sometimes they're wrong, but a lot of times they're right. So your client loves these. Will you get leads off it? Very few. Will your seller love you and keep you? Much more likely than without. Please use AdWorks, not only in your pitch, but then obviously in your actual listings. Save a cup of coffee, go make your food at home and do this, just like Just Solds. Now, what's the other piece? What's the other piece? It's right in your resource center as well. It is what? The Exit Ad Center. Now, the Exit Ad Center is different. The Exit Ad Center is for you to get more leads. It has no reporting, sadly enough. I have begged. By the way, it's an Exit partner product. Exit collaborated with a company to do this. We won best in class from Facebook for their advertising. They said, this is the best thing ever. And do you know how they picked Exit? They said, we want a company that's nationwide or international, small enough that we can track and work with the right people, which is why I love the technology at Exit. It's big enough that it's great stuff, but it's small enough you can help them fix it. And so this company collaborated with Exit and then sold it to the rest of the world. So we had this first, we have it best. But the Exit Ad Center is for you to get more leads because it is heavily lead focused. It's not as much about the house as it is about you. So it's a different thing. But the thing is, like, there's no reporting to your seller. And it doesn't go to the sexy places. It goes to Facebook, Instagram, and Google. Oh, right? But that's where people are in the baby stages of their search. So if you can't afford Zillow, well, first of all, real quick, I don't think you should be spending money on that kind of stuff. But, you know, they've gotten so expensive. We have the E-team. Sign up for my E-team. You know, those leads are free. It's referral based. But now for everybody though, if you want to do some baby lead generation on your own, this is the product for you. So again, you go under properties and then the Exit Ad Center. And then also they have conveniently built it right in to each individual listing action items. You can literally order ads right there. However, I like to go in through the actual properties tab and then the partner piece that says Exit Ad Center. So it's two things over from AdWorks. Remember, we don't use Promo Shop. We have WiseAgent. It's better. So ignore that. We have Dotloop. Obviously, you guys know that. So this is where, and by the way, if you're at home, I know some of you love to log into Dotloop directly. I don't. Here's why. I like to see what the heck else is going on at Exit, you know, and then I'll click on my properties tab and get into my partner solution for Dotloop. But that's not why we're here. We are here under the properties tab now. We've done AdWorks. We're going to go into the other half of this. Another 10 minutes. That's all I need, guys. We're going to click on the Exit Ad Center. So what Exit knew was that, guess what? Most of you don't have a business page, which is what you would need to do in order to start doing boosted posts. Most of you do not understand Google Ads, and nor do I want you to. You know, when I look out there and I see, you know, your CRM isn't great, you know, you're not doing video yet, you're not using RPR to the max. I got so many different projects for you. The last thing I need you to go do is go out and get a degree in digital advertising. It scared me almost. But Exit said, okay, we're going to partner with this vendor and make this as cheap as possible and as interactive and easy as possible, because what? It feeds in from the Exit Ad Center. So then what happens is what? You pick out which one of your places you want to advertise, and you literally just click on Quick Start. Do you want to generate traffic or do you want to do what? Generate leads, right? So you're going to click on Generate Leads, and then it's going to tell you, you know, do you want to do a listing ad? Probably, right? You can also do recruiting ads. Maybe that's something you play with down the block, but I don't prefer you spend money there because, again, I know money is tight. You can do event announcements, home ownership ads, all different kinds of stuff. Oh, look, Facebook video ads are now out there. You can even create your own template altogether. However, I really just like ads to generate new leads for your business. Just the simplest thing ever, right? So if you go ahead and you click on Facebook listing ads, though, you don't need to link a Facebook page. Why? Because they've already built one for you. Click on EXIT Realty, the agent experience. You'll never see it. It doesn't matter. It is basically a blank template that just literally feeds the leads directly to you. It bypasses the need to build a Facebook business page. Because what am I trying to save you guys? Time and money. Do this. So you literally don't need a Facebook business page. This was I used to teach you guys how to boost. Mary, you may have been here, I think, at that point. And people didn't get it. It was so hard. Okay, bypass that. You click on, instead of needing a Facebook page, they built one called EXIT Realty, the agent experience, and it's done. You don't have anything to do. And then you're going to pick whatever listing you want to promote. And then you can change different stuff. What would you change on this? Check out my listing in blank. Why would you want it to say text exit? It would go to someone else. It would go to, you don't want that. You would want either what? Your exact digital business card, so mine would be text Libert. I just changed that right there. Or B, the exact custom code that is generated on each listing. So for example, there's my Maplewood again. There's that custom text code. That's on every single one of your listings once they hit the MLS within 24 hours, normally within about 6 hours. You'll get that email with, here's all the assets on your listing. What, right? Incredible assets on the listing. So this makes it so much easier for you to just go in and do a basic ad and click a button, and then literally, there's your start date. It starts right away. And for those of you that love to toggle down, what did I tell you? Minimum $49, minimum $49. And don't look at my American Express card. There it all is. What's next beneath there? Automations. Automations. So automations, that tab, you can literally automate all of your new listings as they come in, so that this is doing this automatically for you. You can do that. Look at this. Rules, new listings, where agent name equals me, because mine is the master account. You guys don't even need to do that. And then what? Price greater than 100,000, because I'm not going to do it on my rentals. Maybe I should. And the leads will come directly to you. So what's going to happen then is you've got to follow up with those leads. And they are very early stages, because what's going to go on? Most of the time, those folks are going to be what? They're going to be not yet on Zillow or Redfin, or Realtor.com or anything like that. They're in the infancy of their search. Because once they start getting further in their search, now they're on the websites, or they're working with a realtor. But because it's an infancy-based thing, you're going to need to help them get pre-approved probably. You're going to need to set them up on a search. But oh wait, we have Zenlist, so you don't have to do that, do you? This is the type of stuff that, they're in their infancy. Now, maybe you'll get a lead that does close quickly, but these are people probably 3, 6, 12 months out. Well, where in your pipeline do you have those people right now? Probably you don't. You're working with the people that have the immediate needs. We're failing to get who? The strangers. You got to sit these open houses. I got a buyer off my Maplewood sitting opens while it didn't sell yet. But I had to do what? I had to go out and save the relationship with AdWorks, using AdWorks to keep the client. But then how do I get new clients? How do I get more clients? Obviously, there's a lot of things that don't require money. Play with this a little bit. Do me a favor and play with this a little bit and consider a small spend, and know that you're going to get leads, and not every lead's going to be great. Just like all the other places that I provide for you on the E-team that you generate on your own. But it's worth, now that I feel like we're kind of getting out of that really tough time. Obviously we're all still needing to cut expenses, needing to work smarter and harder. But when I tell you 50% wider and 50% deeper, 50% deeper is AdWorks, because that relationship with these clients, my clients, literally those people from my Lakeshore Drive listing was on the market well over a year. And they did get solicitations because I let it expire accidentally once. I canceled it to relist it. And then I got distracted for a couple hours. You know, they got solicited. You always have somebody in people's ears, you know. This Maplewood listing, they had some friends, you know. And so how do you get around that? Great service. And part of that 50% deeper is AdWorks on your listings and on your potential listings as you're trying to get them. What's 50% wider? The Exit Ad Center. What's 50% wider? The Exit Ad Center. So between the two, under these property tab, spend $50 on each and see the difference in your business. 50% wider, 50% deeper. Where do you not have to spend money? You don't have to spend money on a CRM. I buy it for you. You don't have to spend money on Zenlist. I buy it for you. You don't have to spend money on a transaction management system. I buy it for you. You don't have a lot, I hope, to spend money on, because you can come to the office to make your copies. You know, obviously we'll have to pay our board dues. We got to do our CE, but I'm trying to keep it to the minimum for you beyond that. You know, you got to put gas in your car unless you want to join me in the Tesla club. But watch out. I think the repair bills on that are going to be awful. Whatever you can do to save a little money to put back in your business, you know, $50 per closing on the just sold cards only through that vendor, because it's the only vendor with call to action, lead capture, and automation. These are the two vendors that I brought AdWorks to the table for a lot of people. And the Exit Ad Center I've been involved with from the beginning. So please, please, please consider these. Very rarely do I make you consider spending money. I like to save you guys money, but that is it for today. I wanted to thank you guys for being here. I told you that you would be. So that's great for AdWorks. There's a even better AdWorks discount already built right into the Exit Resource Center. So that's already built right in. But Kelly, that's great. If that may stack on top of that for you NASBAR members, that would be wonderful. So great information. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm headed to my closing on Maplewood, and then I'm going to get what out? A just sold card for $50 to $100. All of this will be on the Resource Center under your, this is a longer video, not a quick tip. So this will be on that and on YouTube shortly. Thank you.
Damn.